My relationship to the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra is that it actually was started in our front hall of our house on Summit Avenue. I had just graduated from high school in 1958, and the orchestra began in '59. And that summer, I remember clearly Leopold Sipe coming into the front hall, helping set up chairs, folding chairs and so forth with my father. My most fun memory of the early days of SPCO was when Pinchas Zuckerman was invited to become and be the music director. My father, who was a very conservative banker type man, quite reserved, couldn't have been more opposite in personality than Pinky was. I was taking an airplane business trip from Los Angeles to Minneapolis, and I sat down in my seat, and I noticed a passenger to my left on the aisle whose hand was moving kind of like this as he was looking at a paper, and I thought, And I kind of turned sideways. He looked familiar, and I said, you must be a musician. And he said, well, I'm actually a conductor. And I said, I know who you are. You are Pinchas Zuckerman. And I told him who I was. And the conversation didn't stop from that time until we landed. Another thing I remember in the early days was the endowment fund that my father chaired that was so important to the orchestra at that time. He worked hard on that for 2 years. And he was so delighted when it was finished, and he was so grateful to the community and to all the friends and corporations and foundations that had helped them to realize their $12.5 million goal. My parents felt it was important because they were both music lovers. My mother had graduated from college as a singer, and my father loved music. We came home every Sunday from church, and following Sunday dinner, he would close himself in our sitting room and put on the old 78s, close the doors so that his 8 children could not interrupt him, and he would listen to concerts. I actually felt most proud of my parents, that they took the time and energy and the financial resources, which were at times stretched with our large family, to support St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. And they followed that from beginning until they died. We continue to support the SPCO largely to honor our parents because of their love and their faithfulness to the organization.